Hey John. Whoa, where are we? I guess from our surroundings we must be talking about Sci-Fi AI video this week. So sit back, enjoy a blue space martini, and let's watch 5 exciting new shorts we found.
Yeah, I'm really excited, Kai. One of the things I think a lot about is that with AI video, of course we talk a lot about animation, probably being the first place where a lot of great commercial level content's going to be produced. But second for me, I believe, is going to be sci-fi. Just because AI really helps build kind of great, big, elaborate worlds, imaginative characters. And this week, what we have is a cafe for comedians in space, an inspiring vision for humanity reaching for the stars, a dark look at how we treat AI, StarCraft, a classic game reimagined, and finally, 2 episodes from a new AI sci-fi series that's part horror, part musical comedy coming from the Door Brothers.
I'm Kai Turner.
And I'm John Rogers.
First up, we have Moon Café from Simon Ruschmeyer. This is a fun teaser trailer for a sci-fi sketch comedy series demonstrating some really interesting character designs. It also showcases Google's VO2 video generator, which he was able to get with some great results out of using text-to-video, interestingly enough. It's a short piece, but it leaves you wanting to see what they release next in the series.
Yeah, I think what Simon's done here is really smart, which is he set the series in a comedy club on the moon where aliens have to perform and prove they're funny in order to get to Earth, their final destination, and some have been stuck there for years. What I love about this setup is that it allows you to have a common location that's grounded, so from episode to episode you have that familiarity, yet all the acts will change, so every episode is very different. It's almost like the old Muppet Show in a way, where the acts are changing every week, but you're still set in the Muppet studio, so I love what he's done here.
Number two.
Together, we built a new future.
Our next video this week is Age of Beyond, If Humans and AI United. It's coming from a filmmaker named Aze Alter. And what Aze's done here is really created kind of this high concept idea of there's now harmony on Earth, man and technology, man and man are living in peace and harmony, and we've now colonized the stars. And what does that look like? So I love big high concept ideas like that because this is where AI can really come in and produce great content for very little budget. Normally in traditional media, this would be a massively expensive undertaking to build these kinds of sets and artwork in worlds, and this really shows the strength of AI, and we're really working around high concept ideas.
Yeah, aside from the really stunning visual presentation here, what I love about this is how it portrays a hopeful and optimistic vision of the future. Great sci-fi serves to either warn us away from dystopian scenarios or point us to aspirational futures, and I think it's too common to see the former dystopian narratives, mainly because it lends itself to dramatic storytelling possibilities. But I'd love to see more people using AI to portray these ideal futures. Hey, if you like what we're doing and you want to help us support creators of AI video, give us a like and subscribe.
Number three.
Third, we have Ava by Daniel Titz. Speaking of darker visions of the future, it's a film about artificial humans that seem to be used in all kinds of nefarious ways. Kind of extrapolating on a theme we see today, doesn't matter how we talk to AI, doesn't matter if we kick robots in a demo, and what will happen if and when these AIs can have a conscious understanding of how they're being treated, as well as their own existential understanding of consciousness if they can simply be reset and have their memories reset.
What Daniel's done here, he's reminded me a lot of the TV show Devs from Alex Garland, which came out a couple of years ago during the pandemic. And I really love the show Devs because the pacing is so careful. It's not rushing you into any kind of big reveals or action. And just watching this, it just reminds me of that kind of very deliberate, careful pacing. And I love that kind of storytelling. It's probably not for everyone, but if you really love like hardcore sci-fi like I do, that kind of paced storytelling really works well. And I think he's done a great job with that here.
Number four.
Sarah Kerrigan.
Our next video this week is a StarCraft fan fiction trailer coming from a filmmaker called theNivda. I love that name. So what this is, like I said, it's a fan fiction trailer, and it really imagines what would a StarCraft movie look like, something that many of the fans have been asking for 20-some plus years. And the funny thing here is I've not ever played StarCraft. I don't know much about it, but I love how much energy there is in this trailer. It is just high octane, really amazing action. It's probably better than 90% of the TV shows that were released last year, and this is just a fan-made trailer. So it's amazing work, and I hope someday he can convince them to actually make a show.
Definitely. The NivDa said in their post that it's been a long-standing dream of theirs to do a StarCraft movie, and I think it's a game that I don't think it's had a major release in well over 10 years, maybe 15 years since StarCraft 2. And we talk a lot about how the fan creators can breathe new life into old IP, and this is another example, and I'm sure many more to come as people realize these dreams to see their stories brought to life.
Number 5.
Finally, we have Passage 12, Episodes 1 and 2 by the Door Brothers. This is a very different direction for the Door Brothers, whom we featured before, and they're known for their kind of satirical music videos. It reminds me of film directors who start in music videos until they can make their feature films. The Door Brothers have been honing their craft, and now it seems like they feel ready to do some longer-form narrative pieces. The premise is that criminals apparently are being sent through a mysterious space portal, and the first episode really plays it straight like a sci-fi horror with themes of aliens that we've seen before, of a mysterious planet with eggs that spawn these aliens. But the second episode, I think the Door Brothers can't help but to let some of the musical comedy creep back in, and they do an extended sequence where we see all the test subjects meeting their demise in every bizarre and imaginable way. It almost feels like a live-action Rick and Morty, the way they cut that together. But then we return to a kind of main story that's following seemingly the only survivor as he tries to blend in on one of the planets. I really feel they're finding more of a unique voice in the second episode, and I look forward to seeing how it develops.
Yeah, the Door Brothers have been working for over 2 years and posting AI videos on a pretty regular cadence since then. So it's really an interesting change of pace for them to actually now be ready to produce their first TV series. I love that these are shorter episodes, 5-6 minutes each. And I think this is the beginning of a great journey with them, and I'm excited to see them kind of transition as filmmakers to this next stage.
Thanks. That's it for this week. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe.
We'll see you next time.